Oh.
in a 25-man raid. Yeah, no, I think I have a screenshot on my computer still somewhere of the healing meters where like I was 85% of the healing on the fight,
Jesus.
and I was literally just in Kara gear, and everyone else was like full like sunwell gear, and I was just like, what are these other healers doing?
God.
No, that was the first time I had a healer message me and say, "Would you fucking stop?"
Is music to my ear.
like you're all like, "Man, you're aggressive. I like it." Other healers are like, "Would you fucking stop?"
Because I don't care about parses as long as somebody's doing their job.
Bosses
But it's like
dying saves me life. Sounds good.
but it's like you see the difference in your own personal HPS when I'm there and when I'm not there.
Yeah.
It's like when I was there, you were like 2K HPS. When I wasn't there, you were like
Killing
borderline 5K.
Right.
Ooh, wait, check your bag for the ooze-covered fungus thing. Nice. Okay.
I mean, I think I have it, but don't you have to be 73? Yeah, you do. I can't do it.
Yeah. Apparently, you don't have to have the initial fungus if someone shares it.
I found out that with Divine Plea and Beacon, Judgment of Light snapshots.
What?
So you know how Divine Plea reduces your healing by 50%?
Only of Holy Shock, Holy Light, and Flash of Light.
Oh, well, that explains why Judgment of Light works.
Yeah. It's the 3 specific spells. It means your Lay of Hands won't be affected, and... yeah, Judgment of Light. Yeah, that would suck otherwise.
Yeah.
Also, I think Judgment of Light is based off of a percentage of,
Yeah, it's 2% of their max health.
Yeah. So that's just kind of like a static figure.
You know, it's weird. When I leveled up my priest, I had at least 2 paladins in every group. And we've not had like any groups with any paladins.
Yeah.
Because everybody goes, holy fuck, it's nothing but paladins, I need to reroll.
Yeah. Exactly. World of Platecraft was the opener, and now it's everyone.
Well, the issue is like that's the same thing that happened in retail for Wrath back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember. It was super heavy DK and paladins, and then it got to a point by the end, near the end of Nax, there was like no Death Knights and no paladins anywhere.
Yeah. Because they all collectively thought, too many plate wearers. And World Warlocks.
No, honestly, a lot of them did. They rolled warlocks or mages. There was a few that rolled I know a few that personally that rolled resto druids and boomkins.
Yeah, right now boomkins are in high demand, but they're also becoming very numerous.
Yes. Yeah, if you look in LFG or the queue at the moment, there was like 4 different priests healing DPS.
Can we pull the elementals with these?
They kind of hit hard.
Do it.
Yeah, but I can nuke.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I figure my Starfall will help really fuck those things up. Dude. Blessing of Protection stops me from war stomping. You cut me off mid-stomp.
Oh, jeez.
Good. Fuck your stomp.
You're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna. No, you won't. Slowly.
He was about to say fuck your couch, and I said no, fuck your stomp. I don't know why, but my Hand of Sacrifice like never fucking works.
That's because it's 2% per tick. Or wait, sacrifice is where you take damage?
Yeah,
Salvation.
sacrifice.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't understand
I see
like
that too.
why it's not. Okay, there we go.
It's got a different range than the rest of your spells, I believe. I've noticed.
I don't know.
that
I
too.
even tried running up right next to him, and it just did not want to cast. But it just cast there out of combat, no problem.
These are sacred halls. Your intrusion will be met with death.
I got no mana to help with this.
Neutral here.
Who among you is devoted?
Alright, never mind. Mana potion came off cooldown.
Nice.
Man, this mage is like jittering all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how I feel when I play a fire robot. This is how it feels to shoot a fire robot.
Do not expect
He's tweaking out.
to go.
That's my holy beast, actually.
Yes. I do have Starfall up if you want to try it again. But you
Oh
don't
man,
have
I
some
forgot
cooldowns.
to tell you the latest deal about why I needed to be in full plate at level 62 as a holy paladin. What if the tank dies and I need to taunt and hold aggro and I'm not in full plate and then I just die? My response was I could just be a good healer and not let the tank die, but
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like I feel like outside of like random bullshit, we haven't like just died.
Yeah, no. Especially considering you have a Boomkin who's constantly watching the healing meters as well, and like, oh no, you are falling behind. I'll throw a couple of regrowths or whatever.
in raid though,
But,
it's not bad because it keeps
no,
a paladin
in-
can take hits that like a priest
No.
can't as easily, but
No.
not
In
like,
raid, you will not take hits as a holy paladin. You will
I meant
get one
trash.
shot.
not like a boss.
Even by trash. A
Oh.
vast majority of trash will instantly one-shot you.
Oh, okay.
The thing is he was sitting there talking about the tanking thing, and I was just sitting there thinking, like, man, I literally tanked the zombie chows on my fist priest.
Yeah, so that's a different story. But
Yeah,
like,
I was thinking more of that.
like any of the trash between bosses will
Yeah.
wreck you as a holy paladin. You don't have the avoidance. You having a shield and armor doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, I was just like, this isn't PvP. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, if I was in PvP, yeah, I'd want to be in full plate. You want as much damage reduction as you can get.
Like in dungeons, it's not bad, and for a few mechanics, like Archivon, who hits like a pussy anyways, you can do the off-tanking as a holy paladin. But no, in a regular raid, no, it's doesn't make a difference in the slightest.
Gotcha. I just mean like there's a difference between one shot cloth and like 2, 3. Not yeah.
Typically, it's. I mean, if you're not
Depending.
holding aggro on, if you're only holding aggro on one thing, maybe, but everything else around is still gonna just kill everything.
Man, my paladin has such an easier time with this boss than my priest does. It's like Holy Nova is good in theory, but it costs so much fucking mana. By the time I do the first wave, I'm moon.
I didn't do another one.
Me phasing through time with my hurricane, with one hurricane cast. That's so good.
Yep.
Oh man, I just realized we're an all caster group. Why am I not using fucking concentration?
Yeah, every time an insanity phase, like when I kill my mobs, I get tossed into someone else's phase, and my hurricane just carries over. So it just
Yeah.
one hurricane throughout the entire duration of that, and I just wreck everybody's ads as long as they're stacked. Stupid.
Das Dingo.
When we get out of the dungeon, I'm gonna put one of you on follow. I gotta go check on the wife real quick.
Did you loot the boss?
I don't remember. I don't have the quest either anyway, so.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I didn't even have rested XP, and that was still 540 an hour.
Yeah. 739 with, although it ran out part way, but yeah. $50,000 experience for the fungus thing. Nice, and the next quest is shoulders, damn it. Sad day.
Priest might be leaving. Yeah, okay.
You're a pumper. Ah, gotcha. It's fine.
Making a second character just to be able to run the raids twice on the same class.
Yep, and sell, you know, mind control capabilities. I'm making an alt. No, no, it's fun. It's not that fun, or like not that much. So, do we want a tank or a DPS?
I personally prefer you tanking.
It is a warrior,
But
so we can see
whatever.
how they do. There you go. Because I would like to see a comparison of my performance to a similar. Although they may be AFK. Panty Thief, never mind. See any kill? Ah.
Okay, watch this. Watch my arms.
Yes.
Like they flap kind of when I'm. Yeah. Weird.
Ah, okay.
Damn it.
Now then, caster DPS.
Oh, we lost our mage.
Yeah. There's a warlock. There's a. They're for sure. Never mind.
Holy hell, you have more health right now than the Death Knight I healed in that Utgard Pinnacle Heroic.
Yes. Yep.
Who does?
He does. He's got 16,800 life. The Death Knight I healed in Utgard Pinnacle Heroic and full Brutal Glad's gear had 16,200.
Oh man.
There's another meme name, but he's a warrior as well.
Whatever.
Okay. He's
Who
also
the fuck cares
71.
about comp? Who cares?
Yeah.
This dude's 72. Big Dirk energy. And angry. Big
Right.
Dirk angry.
Yeah.
On my way, get summoned.
Yep. And yeah, I don't need any gear out of this because I can just make it.
He's got a hit trinket. He'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
Wait a minute. Is that the boost gear I see? I bet that's what it is.
Oh,
Oh, maybe not. No, it's all sorts of weird
white stone,
just
seething
greens
stone.
and stuff.
No, okay, yeah, that's fine. Axe of Frozen Death. Nice. Okay, it's back. Oh, I did start the stream. I can't remember.
I can pull these things off to the side and bring them to you.
Okay.
Oh, it only pulled the one. Okay. Whatever. Big Dirk energy, huh?
Yeah. Eh.
I have the Starfall for this.
Yeah, you're good.
The Spellflingers are both casting at the same time.
Yep, you were good. Ah, it went out right at the last second.
Oh my god. Just so I can't even Starfall or I'll pull another group.
Be on your guard.
Our arms warriors really not able to do DPS or something? What the hell?
40k spell reflect. Delightful.
Like, ignoring that, doing like 700 DPS.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Implying I didn't choose them to flex. No, ready?
They have decent weapons even.
Alright,
Yeah.
go on. Nice. Two-shot himself.
Oh god, I'm dying.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that.
I noticed too late to pop in a health potion too.
Yeah.
quick combat res myself. Wait, what?
Ah, yes, yeah, that.
Be on your guard.
You just walk away with webs on your feet?
The voodoo shuffle does weird things.
Hmm. So the visual stayed, but yeah, okay, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't, but
Yeah. Nice.
what?
Yeah, man.
They're battle shouting, so I can commanding shouting.
Oh my god. Got aggro.
I,
Vigilance, yeah. Oh yeah.
just a moment. Alright. Gave one a armor pen, the other hit.
The secrets of the deep shall remain. The young must not go hungry. The young must not.
Where? Oh, weird.
Jesus. Yeah, dude, you're not that far back.
Young must not.
Wow, no equips procs for me, I guess.
Young must not.
There we go.
Master, is my service complete?
Isn't there a... Oh, guess the...
It's a patrol.
Yeah.
Pull the patrol. Panic shout. Thank you.
Be on your guard.
Definitely gonna need some mana.
Yep.
Love Boomkin right now. Alright, we're good.
Okay.
And because I can just innervate him for the rest of the way. Makes me wonder, are these warriors just sitting there like, holy fuck? You wanna know what a really bad sign is? Is when you see warriors topping the DPS charts in raids.
Yes.
Because
yes.
warriors are not highly rated DPS right now.
No. Yeah, no.
Like, if they are wildly overgeared compared to the rest of the raid, sure, I guess, whatever, but... That was trippy looking.
Yes.
And you know what I'm gonna miss? Runic mana potion giving me half my mana back.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna end up pulling this. You can say that, which is why I did it. Oh god. And then it turned and hit me. Oh. Get the hell out of here. I was drinking, asshole. I was waiting for mana. I was interrupted for my first drink.
So Big Dirk Energy is not in a guild.
Yeah.
But it's not his fault. We are so... Like, I crafted myself a full set of gear they would have had to have
Well, I mean-
purchased from me.
I'm mainly sitting here thinking, do we really need a warrior at all?
At commanding shop. Yes.
I mean,
Useless.
why
holes.
not have a Destro? They're actually good DPS.
Hey, they did charge. Both of them charged. So I can appreciate that. And hitting the same time I did is more what I was appreciating. Charge would be expected, but a quick response. I don't know. It's more just filling, bodies.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm not, like,
Yeah.
even if they're not part of the raid team, just, hey, we're trying to fill out our guild and get some community going. Definitely. I already tried to recruit a few people, but again, they always don't respond or ignore me.
And slash ignore. Like, ignore as in, like, not respond. That's normal.
Yes, I'm
fine,
talking
whatever.
slash
Like,
ignore in some cases.
slash
yes.
ignore is like, what the heck? What a word.
Like, in one case,
Bottom
dude's like,
text.
in one case, I just, like, yeah, Calvor didn't hear this yet, but yeah. A guy who was not in a guild, and I have to stress this, he was definitely not in a guild, decided, or I mentioned, hey, looking for some, you're looking for a guild, we're trying to expand, get, set a core 10-man setup, especially, and it was a warlock. I think he was playing Affliction at the time, because he was in a dungeon, but, I mean...
Yeah.
Just figuring, hey, maybe we can get a warlock in our guild.
Yeah.
He responds, telling me, I think it'd be pretty obvious that I don't need a guild, considering I'm in one. And then immediately puts me on ignore. Which I found out when I whispered him back to say, but you aren't! He literally was not in a guild, so I'm kind of curious as to maybe he thought he was,
And he got kicked.
and
for
got
his behavior.
kicked? Like, maybe he got kicked and didn't realize yet.
Yeah. Ooh. Big Dirk Energy.
Honestly, the only time I ever made bank in fucking retail was when there was this deal where it was cheaper to craft something than the amount that it vendored for. And it was only like a 80 silver discrepancy and difference,
Hmm.
but like it was worth it because you could just like AFK craft like 1,000 of them or something.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, I've been doing that with copper bars and sometimes tin was retarded earlier. Oh my god, it was like 7 gold a bar and like 2 gold to an ore, but I actually was selling them. That was disgusting.
I'll see if I can beat them in DPS, despite the fact that I spent the first half of this fight chatting.
I am
Literally not even doing anything. Okay, damn it, that's gonna put a...
unseen.
Oh right, you're in the...
Oh,
I forgot you were here, to be honest. We started the night without you and I didn't think about it.
Your heartbeat is music to my ears.
Join us, man! I thought we still had that priest healing. I'm not even gonna lie.
Man.
Appetizing.
wait, today's Friday, so tomorrow's
Your
Saturday.
heartbeat
Today's
is music to my ears.
help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Why is he not breaking?
Oh my god, he has to take enough damage to do so.
Appetizing.
Like, I was doing a lot of damage! Myself, even!
Sorry, my son got his foot stuck under the leg of my desk and was having a panic attack.
Oh.
Still
Yeah, I know how kids get when that happens.
Yeah.
Like, and it only was stuck because he was freaking out. By the way, I just gotta point that
Yeah.
out. I can't fault him as he's a 1-year-old. So, yeah, could you imagine being mad at a 1-year-old for doing something stupid?
Right.
Couldn't be me. Ha 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 ha. I definitely never get mad at my 1-year-old ever. Even when he bit my dick yesterday, definitely didn't get mad.
And they're not 30. Yeah, we get okay. Cool. Or 70, whatever.
There's level 30, yeah.
30. Oh, incoming.
Oh my god, you have the pat coming too.
Yeah, incoming.
Pick him up,
Okay.
yeah.
Commanding shouted. Alright, I'm hitting all of the stuff. Spell reflecting. More threading.
Give me a bop if you can.
And they're stunned.
DPS sucks because of
Yeah, I know.
Curse of Tongues.
Yep.
God.
That's gonna be a lot of flame strikes. Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
That's too many flame strikes to. Sorry.
Oh my god. I keep on having to stop in order to decurse him. Too. Holy crap, they went up the stairs all the way.
We did it, guys. We destroyed them all.
Ah, that was good. Spell reflection dot 12.1k.
Are you going that way?
Oh, yeah, no, we can't go the other way.
What we should do is find a warlock and a mage and do EXP runs for this place.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you really only need to kill vampire dude and the last boss. That's the only bosses you need to kill in here.
Oh god. Yep, that's Flame Strike.
Yeah, my buff's on cooldown. Everything's on cooldown, really, if I'm being honest. How about I just like go ahead and concentration aura here.
Yeah, I'd also.
What I love about concentration is do the same exact thing as you. What I love about it though is because I'm specting a 70% reduced pushback on Hurricane, I just get 0 pushback.
Oh no, Dogmar's owner of World Chat.
Yeah, it's been happening a lot though, so just don't mention it. It seems to be
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Yeah, he's one of the ones that I have screenshotted adding a password to the channel.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Which is just. I definitely will not recommend ever.
What do you mean adding a password to a channel?
So,
World Chat's a community-made channel, not an official channel, but
Yeah.
it's a very popular community channel. And
These are sacred
it
halls.
because it's community-made, whoever happens to have moderator privileges, which is just randomly selected for some reason, they can add passwords to the chat channels and shit.
or like remove the announcement if a person has logged on, that kind of thing, which was kind of nice since it's been gone because it used to spam.
Yeah, so whoever gets ownership of the channel can do shit like that. And then you basically are stuck waiting, hoping somebody takes the password back off.
Basically,
Because
eventually,
it's a very important channel for a lot of people.
So essentially, it could just be passed to like random people that don't even know they have it.
yes.
Yeah. That's the case most
don't.
times.
It's just
And that's a
you
good
get
thing.
power
Like,
number.
yeah, that's a good thing. People shouldn't care that they have ownership because they shouldn't be touching any settings.
It should. I mean, ownership shouldn't be like randomly being sent around anyway. Like that's a weird.
It's a community-made channel. That's just
There
how they
always
work
has
in
to be a
general.
mod, and whoever made it first, they log out. Whoever else is in the channel gets it, and it's been passed around since Wrath or like vanilla, whatever.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. It's a community-made channel, so it doesn't have any sort of restrictions. It's just like if you were to just create a channel for your guild's healers or whatever, like I used to do.
Mhm.
I used to have a healer chat so we could discuss healer things between fights without interrupting people.
Man, I always try to, talk about healer stuff, but then they don't actually fucking do what I tell them to do, and it just makes everything more difficult than it needs to be. Like I explained, like there is a strat in 25 man. If you have 2 discipline priests, that if they work together properly, they can have infinite mana. Will a disc priest that's in my group, if I happen to get one in a 25 man, ever fucking listen to me? God no.
Yeah.
Like it's a simple strat too. It's literally you both fucking power word shield half the grade group. You choose whatever groups that you power word shield, you do evens and odds, and then you power word shield each other, not yourself. The reason you do that is because if you power word shield each other, you effectively are getting back about 9% of your mana versus getting back 3% of your mana.
Yep. And like, as long as the person's, if the person's using like Healbot or Voodoo or something like that, it's very easy to just heal your group. No need to be greedy. You can share, like,
Yeah, it's not an issue, but then and it's like it seems like they'll start out doing okay, but then they always inevitably end up start power word shielding my shit. Then I'm just like,
I think is a lot of it.
it's just like, man. And the thing is too is when I'm being nice, and I'm only doing my group and shit. But then when they start taking my stuff, I start taking their stuff. And I'm way more aggressive than any other discipline priest is prepared to be.
Yes.
Just because I'm not afraid to go early on in a raid fight, because I know I have Shadow Fiend and Potion to get right back up to full mana.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the reason that a lot of holy pallies don't do so well too, is because they're always worried about going right off the bat. It's like, my dude, you're a paladin.
Yeah, no. Oh shit! I just got globbed on because we're
Yeah, I saw that.
all in melee.
I am DC'd.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
I see. Oh, yeah, you just.
that's bad. Man, I'm disappointed in all three of you warrior trainers. Why it takes so long to berserker rage all of you?
What?
Just it's.
They were all feared for like almost max duration before they berserker raged out of it. Like they probably had like 1 second left on the fear.
I had one. Okay, mine was because I had it down from the other. It's a way to regenerate rage. And now the warriors just watch the dead people.
Yeah.
I get. Oh shit! I didn't even see Chimmy die. I guess I got. Nah, man, I gotta run back now.
I'm DC'd, man.
Fuck me, man. How the? I don't even know how you died. I was like, man, if I would have known that, fuck me. I would have ran back earlier.
I'm seeing you chat. What the hell?
What?
I'm seeing them chat, but everything's frozen in place.
Oh
Try
man.
exiting and rejoining. Yeah.
I can't. Alt F4, I guess. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be your best bet. I'll just res you.
At this point, like, does anyone need gear off the box?
Let me check.
The boots are
You have
hit
to
boots.
run all the
okay.
way back out otherwise.
Nah, I don't need shit.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want the ring from the last boss?
It's plate boots, so the two warriors, it would be useful for them. But they're
Am I
both also
looking-
low level.
Oh no, I'm not. Oh wait, am I looking at the wrong shit? I am looking at the wrong shit. Yeah, I guess no, just the boots.
Yeah.
For
Hmm. Warriors like them numbers, bro. Then why ain't you leveling it?
he's not leveling his proc because he has big Dirk energy, not big dick energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably could go in like solo UK to like 77.
Yeah.
And then go like fucking solo Gundrack to 80 or something.
Aha, I called it. It was a boost.
Yep. Yeah. I know his gear actually ain't that bad stat-wise per Wrath gear is the thing.
He's a hardcore retail player trying to disguise himself as a casual.
Right. Yeah, Cobalt sets are ridiculously cheap. 4, 8, 16, so 16. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?
He has one Dogecoin.
Holy shit! I wonder how much Doge I have left. I've had some for ages, man.
God, okay, so this is... so Elon, a while back, had done, the meme with the rocket and water drops, so cum rocket, and so the price rose because Elon tweets. And my cum rocket shares are up from like $1 to $2 now. And because it's one of those, like, as people use for whatever.
They're not using it. They're just using it as a fucking... making it a fucking meme.
Yes, yeah,
Like
but
it
it's
always
the sort where as people sell it, you get more of it, sort of thing.
My dad was telling me that he was mad because he got 50 shares of Bitcoin a long time ago through the post office, and he apparently sold them after he retired for 5,000 gold. So if he sold 50 shares for 5,000 gold, which apparently was a really good deal back then, like he got a lot of money for it for what it was worth apparently. But yeah, apparently they paid like 50% markup on what it was worth back then. But yeah, my dad told me he regrets it because he's like, if I would have had that 50 Bitcoins right now.
God.
I was like, it's just one of those things you never know.
Oh, it's like me. I fucking...
It's like I had a buddy who, a long time ago, he offered me, we were like 13 years old, and he said he offered me a job, because he was like, I want to make this company. I had talked to my parents about doing it, and they were like telling me no, I need to focus on school, blah, 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 blah. Well, I lose contact with this kid shortly after school and everything, and then come to find out, by the time he's 17, he's taken this company and turned into a multimillionaire.
Jeez.
And, I was like, man, I could have been a part of that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like me when Bitcoin started taking off. And, well, before it started taking off, to be precise, I was, I had no idea what the hell I was doing, but I tried to start mining with it with my old computer, and I was getting like 1/10 of a Bitcoin per hour. It was that early on a shitty computer with a shitty graphics card. I was getting 1/10 of a Bitcoin per hour, 2.5 Bitcoins a day. And I was like, this is stupid. It's just wasting money on electricity.
Yeah. Oh my god.
If I had done that for a week and just forgotten about it and left it in a wallet, I'd be a multimillionaire right now.
So, like, the thing I don't understand is, like, the fuck is mining Bitcoin anyway? Like, I saw a dude that he was he's had like 3060 set up, and he said it was like farming Bitcoins.
So what you do is you basically just run a program that searches for what they call blocks on the blockchain, and they just throw math at them, trying to solve the hash on them in order to basically... What they're doing is verifying transactions. When people trade Bitcoin, they have to be verified by so many users, or like so many miners. And your GPU is just crunching numbers in order to solve those transactions and verify them to make sure they're accurate, that nothing went wrong. And then once there's enough verifications, a transaction can go through. And mining Bitcoin essentially means you're verifying transactions, and people making those transactions are giving you a small, tiny portion of each transaction, and you get that as payment for putting your GPU to work.
So, okay, so technically speaking, I have 4 extra computers, so I could
Right
mine.
now, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it at the moment, but it kind of, sort of had been.
Yeah, right now, because Ethereum, which is, I mean, it's not Bitcoin, but the same thing basically. Ethereum used to be worth mining with newer graphics cards. Older graphics cards just weren't worth it. They take too much energy and don't do enough work. But Ethereum went what they call proof of stake as opposed to proof of work, which basically offloads all of the transaction stuff to hard drive work as opposed to GPU work. And because of that, you literally pay money and electricity to mine. You're not gaining anything. That's why GPU prices are currently going way, way down. That's why I was able to get a 3090 for $1,100.
Yeah, instead of like 2K.
Yeah. See, I'm running a 1660 Super, but I can't complain.
To be fair, World of Warcraft really has no need for it. I'm using like 14% of my GPU right now, running at 4K, 2K,
Well, the thing is
75 frames per second.
the thing is honestly the graphics card's like kind of low key a beast. Like I even play like new games and get 240 FPS, like no issues.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with those older cards.
Yeah, and
The only reason I got this card is because I'm a hardware fanatic. I have never had a top-of-the-line computer, and now I finally have one. And this is despite the fact that I have built literally hundreds of computers over my lifetime, including like $10,000 workstation computers.
I have like I think the things that I need to do are I need to upgrade my memory and my RAM. So it bugs me because I bought this Samsung SSD back when I was playing on a laptop, and I bought it specifically because it was a laptop. It was made to be able to fit in a laptop that can be used on a desktop. And for some reason, I can't seem to get it to hook up to my desktop. So I have like a terabyte of SSD that is just like going to waste in a laptop I don't use, and I'm being stuck with like 500 gigabytes.
Well, I'm sure there's a reason for it. I could probably help you figure it out. And yeah, I mean, if you're looking for upgrades, I can send you a program that will give me a full rundown of the exact specs of your system, and that'll let me figure out what your best upgrade path would be to get the most performance out of it and stuff.
Oh man,
I have a lot of experience with that type of stuff.
well, if you see my specs, you'll be very disappointed because I'm gonna need you to understand. I built this computer during like the peak of like parts being super overpriced.
I did a lot of builds during that too, so I mean, don't worry about that.
And
man.
so like these are like it sucks because I only like fully finished the build like like 7 or 8 months ago, and it sucks because literally a couple months after I finished the build, like when I finished the build, the price of the total build was like $1,200 or something like that. But then, like if I was to build this exact build now, it would be like $550, which pisses me off to no degree, by the way.
That's just how computers work. I mean, Tag's build was about $1,800 brand new, and I put that together for him. Right now, it's worth maybe $1,100.
Paid for with Biden bucks, Trump dollars, Pelosi's pittance.
Yeah, but
But
it's like
yeah,
you got to understand. I was already like buying like an older GPU and stuff like that, to save as much money as possible. So then to just have it like be like, and the only reason that it was expensive was because the 3060s and everything were out of stock everywhere.
Yeah.
So people were just looking for any graphics card that could run stuff. And a 1660 Super is pretty fucking solid, actually.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. It's a 1080 gaming performer for sure. Like, to this day, the 1050 Ti remains the most popular graphics card on the market.
Yeah, no, we were
By a wide margin.
we were in a point like I remember like when the graphics cards were like first like getting really bad and it was like having a really rough time. My first ever desktop build, my OG one that I played, like I think I made it when Kata came out, was when I built my first desktop and stopped playing WoW on a laptop. And oh god, it was a 3-digit GTX. I think it was like a 720.
I mean, that wasn't a thing at the time. Would have been the lowest they had was a 730 during the 700 series.
Oh, it was an I made it when Dragon Soul came out. I can tell you this: I made it when I finished the computer when Dragon Soul came out. The graphics card was the last thing I needed, and the graphics card was already a year-old model.
Yeah, I mean, I've used plenty of old graphics cards. Holy crap, what the hell am I seeing?
Shadow Sickle.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
No, I had bought that year-old graphics card because there's a electronics store in Indiana where I'm from called Fry's Electronics.
Fry's is great. I love Fry's.
And they had this section and it was like clearance electronics, and they had that graphics card there, and it was only $19. And I asked my buddy who was there.
That was a 730 probably then.
And I asked my buddy who was there, who was helping me build my computer, because that's what he did for a living, was build computers. I said, "Why is this $19? Is this not worth getting?" And he goes, "Oh no, that's amazing. Buy it now."
Yeah,
he's like,
I was probably a 730.
He's like, buy it.
As fuck.
Yeah, he's like, buy it now, and we'll go build your computer right now. He's like, I got a power supply. I've got extra RAM. He's like, if you buy this right now, we'll have enough to build it. God, dude, I'll never forget my fucking first computer too. My shell was a refurbished out Dell shell that I got at Goodwill. Like, he basically, the way he built my computer was he found a Dell computer at Goodwill for me that I bought that had a motherboard in it that allowed him to install a graphics card and new fan and upgraded RAM and stuff. I don't know what kind of computer it was.
Yeah, that's honestly one of the best ways to get into PC gaming, is to try to find some old used office computer and then just throw in a graphics card. Because, I mean, yeah, the processor isn't going to let you run games at, like, max quality, newest games and all that. But, I mean, you can, for, like, $500 even today, get something like a 1660 Super or 1650 Ti or something along those lines. Or a cheap AMD card, like a 6500 XT.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
you
fucking...
can get a computer that can outperform gaming consoles for $600.
Oh, yeah. A computer with literally my exact specs right now, it's a desktop computer, is $650 at Walmart for a pre-built version of my computer. And then they have a laptop version of it you can buy for $380.
But yeah, if you are wanting to upgrade your computer for any reason, I'm telling you, man, like,
well,
I am the right guy to go to.
What I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to upgrade out my whole computer. I even want to get a new what's it called? Oh shit!
Heard that one. I'll keep him healed. Just take care of him.
Okay.
I'm talking to him because I heard his kid yelling.
Yeah, so I have no idea what he was mad about still. He basically stopped everything he was doing as soon as I like stood up and went over to him, and now he's just smiling. I don't fucking know.
What had you been saying? You're wanting to do something with your computer?
No, I'm wanting to fully upgrade my computer, like, you know, one part at a time, essentially, and then I want to eventually change my case as well. And then I want to basically put all my current computer.
Right, is your wife's computer, you said. That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for anything in particular, like you want better graphics performance, or you want better FPS and WoW, I mean, that's a different story too, because MMOs in particular, like World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, and stuff like that, your GPU is not what's going to be the limiting factor most of the time. It's going to be your CPU, your processor. Because MMOs are physics heavy, because they're calculating hundreds of players in some cases and what they're doing all at once. Rendering them is easy, but calculating all of the physics, how players are moving, exactly how to place them on your computer and everything, it's really processor heavy. So in my case, I upgraded my graphics card when I was playing Elder Scrolls Online, and I was getting, at the time, like 35 frames per second, best quality, or best case. Like minimum settings, that was the best I could do. And then I upgraded my graphics card, it went to like 38 FPS. Barely any change at all. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly my processor is limiting me. At the time, I didn't realize my processor was one of AMD's worst processors they ever made. So I upgraded my processor. I went from 38 FPS to 85.
I am low on mana.
So yeah, there's all sorts of things to consider that you learn over the years of building computers.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's weird because like overall my computer, I feel like it performs pretty well. Like I can run 240, not like smoothly, like consistently, like it goes up and down. I can run 165 like smooth. And that's all I run because that's what I have. I have a 165 hertz monitor.
Yeah, my main monitor is just a cheap-ass 1440p monitor, but it runs at 75 hertz. I could certainly go beyond that, but
I used to be a competitive Fortnite player before I started having a lot of like hand
Waiting for
issues.
it, go.
Yeah, true. Sorry.
I will feast on your remains.
But I took my like time that I was putting into Fortnite and put it into Hearthstone for a while, and I've got like I got to play in Grandmasters and stuff.
Your heartbeat
So
is music to
he has
my
2 stacks
ear.
of Bloodthirst. That heals him for 1% of his health on successful hit. He barely used 1 stack by the end of it dropping off. That's fun.
That's another example of where a processor is more important than a graphics card.
Music to my ears.
Is like competitive games where like high frame rate matters. A GPU is important to an extent, but generally speaking, the really high frame rates are limited by the processor again. A processor simply can't push through all of those frames from your graphics card to your monitor.
Everywhere.
I think another thing too I have a lot of worry about is I don't really fucking know anything about what my motherboard is, and I know
I can learn that from the program I was talking about. It'll tell me the model number and everything of every part in your computer.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because like
BIOS versions and shit like that, like everything. It's a really simple program, and I love it.
because like essentially right now what I have is I bought a pre-build that essentially only came with, all it had was a 1660 Super, a cheap 8 GB stick of RAM, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I bought some fans and a power supply off Amazon to put in it. Like, okay, let me rephrase that. It had fans and a power supply in it, but I was having issues with it getting insanely fucking hot.
That's a problem with a vast majority of pre-builds, unfortunately, and that's why I generally encourage people to either build their own computer or try to find out if a friend knows how to that's willing to.
The
Because
crazy
that
thing
shit
is, the crazy thing is, I spent like maybe $25
probably gonna need Bob
on fans and a power supply, and it's fine now. And it's crazy. Like, why would they not just spend $25 on a better fan and power supply to not have that issue?
because they will take the cheapest components they can possibly get and try to sell it to you as a functioning computer. Dell's R13, holy crap, out of mana, dude, out of mana.
Okay, sorry.
My mana is nearly gone.
But yeah, if possible,
Help,
the elementals
now!
are kind of extremely hard hitting. Hadn't been using a spell reflect as much as I should, probably.
Oh, that was
But
rough.
yeah,
Do we want to reset? Or...
probably be better for XP if they want to.
Yeah, I'd rather reset.
Okay.
So Dell was selling a $5,000 Alienware pre-built.
Oh my god, I know, I've seen that thing.
Fucking Gamers Nexus by chance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Proprietary parts that make it so you can't even upgrade a vast majority of your system, including the motherboard. Can't even reuse the case, can't even reuse the processor, nothing. The fucking power supply is proprietary.
So basically, it's a
And
desktop
it
that you
was...
can't upgrade, which is the whole purpose of a desktop.
Yes. Yeah. On top of that, it had a
Be on your guard.
Intel i9 12900K, an absolute power hog that's going to generate a shitload of heat, wildly inadequately cooled. It was overheating and power limiting itself because of the overheating issue so bad that it was basically equal to a 12600K in performance. And this is a $5,000 computer.
When you spend that kind of money, you should have some
Oh, I know.
expectations.
I've seen so many like YouTube videos about that computer.
It is absolutely insane, but that is why, generally speaking, I will always encourage people to do whatever they can to avoid rebuilds. Hell, if you live near a Best Buy, buy your components, and even usually you can get Geek Squad to build it. It's probably expensive, but typically they will. And it's probably still going to be worth it, because at least you'll have a computer that's properly assembled.
See, I've always had this issue, right? Where like, I don't know what the fuck it is about like stores that just sell computer components, okay? But like, I cannot tell you how many like gaming computer stores I have walked into and been like, hey, I'm looking to build a computer for like $800, and they laugh at me and they're like, that's not possible. You're not even going to get a graphics card for $800.
They're fucking idiots.
Well, it depends on the time. During COVID, the graphics card part wouldn't take up a chunk of that.
Well,
But,
and then like,
During COVID, yes.
man, when I was building my computer back in Cataclysm, the one that I built for like $650, I went into one of those stores and I said, "Hey, I need a computer where I can play WoW on ultra graphics and not have any issues in 25-man raids." And he was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to spend no less than $3,000."
Do we want to pick up another, like a mage or Boomy?
And I was just like
Let's just clear
$3,000.
until we're done here, and then maybe afterwards.
I was just like $3,000 for a fucking to play max graphics doesn't seem worth it. And then here I was with my homie who like said, I told him that, and he was like, for the first time played fucking D&D with this dude for fucking 12 years, and for the first time he tells me that his job is to fucking build computers.
Yep, it was my side gig for quite a long time, and just my passion in general, so, yeah. Yeah, after we're done here, though, I'll have to download that program so we can see what you got in there.
It's something that I like had a deeper interest in when I was younger, but as I got older, I realized that it is very expensive to try to be in that kind of hobby.
Yeah, in my case, it's not even like I don't spend much money at all. I love learning about the technology. I watch videos about it. The fact that I was able to actually make a pretty decent living just building computers for people thanks to word of mouth and Craigslist ads was awesome.
I will say though, I'll never forget the time when I was like 13 years old. One of my buddy's mom said that she'd pay me $200 to come over and fix her computer after school let out. And I came over to fix her computer because it wouldn't turn on. And I went down there and it was unplugged.
Oh, yeah.
Easiest money in my life.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. The computer just won't work. It's like, well, it's unplugged, so that makes sense. Of course, I didn't want to make her feel stupid, so, you know, I just acted like I did some stuff. I will tell you this, a very big passion I had for a long time was going to thrift shops, finding old Game Boys and repairing them and modding them and selling them.
I did a bit of modding Super Nintendos for a while.
You know,
That was a long time ago, though.
The issue that I've run into lately is that, and I'm pretty sure COVID's to blame because a lot more people were picking up more and more hobbies during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But like, my picking up a fucking used Game Boy on eBay was like, I could buy a broken Game Boy, like a DMG, a Color, Advanced, SP, anything. I could buy it for between $5 to $20. Now, I'm lucky to find a broken one that's like fucked up, and I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of extra parts to repair it, and that's still gonna cost me like $50.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a lot different when you're spending like $5 on a Game Boy and then like $50 on parts and then selling it for $200, when then compared to having to spend like almost $200 on the Game Boy itself. You know, it just makes it not worth it anymore, and it sucks because I can't even do the hobby for fun anymore because it's too expensive.
Yeah, I mean, if I had it my way, I'd be building computers a lot more often just for the fun of it, but disassembling and reassembling the same computer over and over again ain't that fun.
But you know, the funny thing is like I see these YouTubers and they're like, I found this Game Boy on YouTube on fucking eBay for $5, and I'm like, the fuck you did, bro?
Right.
The fuck you did? Stop lying. Like, I know you're fucking lying. I have notifications. I see every Game Boy that gets posted. They ain't fucking no Game Boy going for $5, bro. It's like all what it is they have a fucking big ass YouTube channel with a shit ton of viewers. They make a bunch of money, so they can drop a few $100s on a video, all, you know. And
like
you know,
$5. This show was based on historical fact.
yeah, you know, and it's like I get it, you know, maybe it's It's one of those things. Like, I'm sure when the dude first started out, I bet he really was buying these Game Boys for like $5-10 on eBay, you know. But he's not now, and there ain't no need to lie about it. We know better. Anyone that watches this channel, I guarantee you, to some degree, they have some sort of knowledge. Like, you're not going to sit there and tell me you're finding this for $5. Like, fucking give your balls a tug, bro. You know, I think one of the things that really saddens me is how many games I've gotten into other than WoW that always end up dying.
God, oh my god. So we played a game. Have you heard of War of the Roses or War of the Viking?
I have not.
Okay, it's like a hack and slash for honor sort of game, but not like, I think that's only like 4 players per side or something. Basically a combat hack and slash against other players. It
Viking
was
style.
great.
I loved that game so much.
But Paradox killed it. The publisher killed it. Fat Shark, the people making like Dark Tide and Vermintide and that sort of stuff, have been making that, and were tasked by, or like contractually obligated to not patch it, but instead release DLC. And so they could only do
Well,
like
it wasn't
minor
that they
patching.
couldn't patch it.
Well,
It was that they had to release DLC in this time frame,
yeah.
and they were not permitted an extension on the time frame to actually fix the game first.
Yeah. But yeah, that's one of those games where I was beta test, got him in it because I'm like, dude, this is a great game, and he started playing. He's like, dude, this is a great game.
I dumped 100 hours into that game in no time.
My name's actually on the credits of that game because of beta testing it. So.
Yeah, but because the publishers decided, yeah, no, we're not going to give you an extension. You need to release this DLC for it, like, right now, like yesterday. They weren't permitted to patch it. So, yeah, they did exactly what they did, what the developers demand, or the publishers demanded.
Yeah.
They made DLCs, and all the players were like, this game is dog shit without the fixes. There's so many things that are broken with it.
Can we go back to
trying
the
to sell
pre-release
stuff.
state of the game?
Yeah, that was an actual thing.
Bugs. Yeah.
People in the forums were like, can we please go back to an older version?
No, it sucks too, because like I've seen so many games that in theory and even to a degree in practice are really good, and after a while you start to learn the signs of a game that's dying. Like truly dying. I don't mean like memeing videos like, is this the World of Warcraft killer type shit? I mean like literally like, this game won't exist much later. You know,
I saw that exact same thing happen with Terra, and guess what? Terra shut down in June of this year.
I watched WildStar shut down.
Yep.
I watched Terra shut. I watched fucking Spellbreak shut down. Like, I've seen so many games, like good games, just like bite the dust.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the things that's funny, a lot of people don't realize it, but Final Fantasy 14 has been shut down.
Yep.
Like,
there's a reason why it's called Realm Reborn.
Yeah, because it's Final Fantasy 14 2.0.
Yep.
I didn't realize they re-released it at some point because I played the original and fucking hated it. And it was like a year and a half after the Realm Reborn dropped that I was like, wait, they actually fixed the game and made it good? And then I went back to it and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I still enjoy it. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, so here's my thing, right? And this is the thing that would get me, literally get me on Final Fantasy immediately, okay? The fucking story locking thing. You're not
Yep.
allowed to play the game your way at
Yep.
all. You have to play it their way. You have to do the story. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah. It's like, oh, but the story's so good. Okay, and I don't necessarily want to see the entire thing every time, or
Yeah, like it's really
Yeah.
cool that you only need to do it on one character because you can play the classes all on one character, but
Yeah, but what if I want like this class to be a different race? You know?
yeah.
Mhm.
Though to be fair, it is neat that you can actually buy those items with in-game currency thanks to the like other people buying them and selling them and stuff.
It's gonna be.
Yeah.
That is nice, but it's just I don't know that style of game. I like it. I really enjoy playing the story actually, but in my case, I just don't care for the end game. It's
Mm.
not what I'm enjoying. Not what I enjoy.
Yeah, no, the end game is kind of like meh. The fact that there's no need to have a community in Final Fantasy 14. Like people like to act like it's one of the biggest community games ever, but I feel like it's quite the opposite because everything is dungeon finder in that game. You can literally do in-game get best gear in the game through dungeon finder.
Yeah.
Like how is that any sense of community? Like there was a point in time when I didn't know that that was a thing and that you
Oh.
could go through that like that. And so I was literally in one of the #1 guilds in the US for a while for raiding, and they were a former WoW guild, and I raided with them for a while, and they were very strict, you know, and it was like more strict than like what most WoW guilds are these days. And then like I had to miss a week of raiding because I was in the hospital, and it wasn't like they had any issues with it or anything, but I decided to pug, and it was just like I saw this thing where it was like the queue, and it was literally almost no different than when I went with my guild, and I was just like, I see, so I don't need anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, there's a reason why I really like the sense of community that Classic brings. I did this place on my Paladin and Heroic a couple weeks ago. Just random late night guild or group I found. It was like 2 Spanish speaking dudes, some random, I don't know, guy who didn't talk at all, and all I know is we came in here, we had 28 deaths. My details showed 28 deaths on Heroic Old Kingdom.
Goddamn.
And I was doing my absolute best to keep people up, but I'm talking like people were getting feared and pulling extra mobs. The tank wasn't ignoring it, or was ignoring it. So he wasn't picking up these mobs until they'd already killed the person who I was trying to heal. And after they died, they went to me because I was next on the aggro, and
Yeah.
it was absolutely horrible. And it's things like that where it's like, man, never mind, I'm not gonna randomly pug heroics anymore, I'm just sticking with my guild.
Yeah.
There actually is a big difference there.
Yeah.
That feel when I'm sticking with my guild. It's just or for a time.
I mean, I haven't had any issues. Like I've pugged a lot of raids in Classic so far. I haven't had any issues with raids. More issues with heroics and just regular dungeons than raiding. And I don't even feel like I'm necessarily picky about going into pugs either. Like I seem to just join anybody like at some point, especially if it's like a Monday. I'll just join whatever group's going.
Yeah.
It's like that one. There's a Halls of Lightning. We had a boomkin, and then me with my Shadow Fiend or whatever, and just automatically attacks the nearest thing. And so the mobs we were fighting died. You could very clearly see the treants instantly, and my Shadow Fiend instantly jump to a mender, because, you know, there's the ones right after that initial pack or whatever. Platform, I guess. And so it pulled a singular ad or like 2 of the menders, I guess, whatever.
Yeah,
And the tank finished the pull and walked out of the instance and left. And we're just like, what? You know, like the typical.
He said
"Oh,
something
pull."
along the lines, yeah, exactly. He said something along the lines of pulling question mark, and then just left.
And it's like, it's pets. We didn't like play a different class. You know that pets just sometimes do things. We didn't wipe.
And
We didn't have any issues. Just
yeah, I was tanking previously to that too, so I'm just sitting here like, really? Like, my tank set was absolute trash at that point in time, and I was having no issues. Like, this dude had a full-on epic tanking set, and he's gonna bitch about somebody else pulling.
yeah, and it wasn't like we pulled intentionally or multiple times. It was pets ran forward and auto attacked because Shadow Fiend to try and get mana. It auto attacked instead. And
yeah, it's just sad.
yeah, it's like, okay, well, it needs to be replaced.
Yeah, I just went back tank again.
Yeah.
I had no problem tanking it. Crazy, right?
You know, I have noticed that there's a lot of tanks and in healers that have like this like weird sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
Even DPS these days. Yeah. It was like
They don't
we
even
had- Go ahead.
they don't even have to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like, we were trying to form for this, and there was a healer. Yeah, I think it was a healer. Who was coffee fiend or coffee drinker or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Other than I'll be thinking twice about going with a tank called Grobbulus. Because they had been like, oh, Aeon's actually a little low for me. Like, oh, well, I clicked on their 74. I'm like, well, the gear out of this one is 73, and the gear out of that one is 72. It's like, but the experience is terrible. I'm like, oh, well, we just got 645k. It's like, okay. He didn't say like, okay, son, but just like that kind of mentality. And as I was taking a screenshot of the thing to send to him, just because why not, it suddenly has, you've been ignored. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, people ignore people of the dumbest shit.
And it's
like I said, I've been.
now.
Yeah, that's what's weird too. But yeah, like I said, I've been ignored by people. I send them messages asking if they're interested in a guild.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
While doing it, you know, dungeons.
completely
or that sort of
polite. Yeah. Completely polite. Hey, you know, we're trying to recruit and get our guild started up. Are you interested? No response. So I follow it up with a, like, this is what we're aiming for, what our raid times are probably gonna be. We are ignored.
Yeah.
What?
She's likely gonna enrage.
Eh.
Okay. Just to expect it, kind of thing.
So.
Who among you is devoted?
Good enrage, you say?
Easy. We don't
Yeah, give him
rage
that.
here.
Do not expect the sacrilege to go unpunished.
Oh shit, that's actually like pretty good for me.
Yeah, I got one earlier.
A whole 2.
God damn, I've gone through 60 waters so far.
Oh, I know. I'm down to 5 waters.
Well, this is probably gonna be the last one I do tonight, anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, I didn't even see it was 3 a.m.
Yeah.
What sucks, I can't go to bed until the little one goes to sleep, but I'll probably just, like, I don't know, either try to level. I'm like 3 bars from a level, so I'll probably try to run like 1 or 2 more.
I'm
We'll
actually
go do
probably
some
gonna
questing.
I'm gonna level off of this pack, actually.
But yeah, so we've picked up a hunter and now that warrior. So, or this warrior. So, that's nice. And the mage is definitely thinking about it. It's just he's got real life people that he's hesitant to.
I guess the elementals don't give XP.
Oh, really? Oh, God. Okay. We'll be skipping that in the future then. Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Because, yeah, it's like the elementals are the painful pull of this place.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mage has been considering it, and yeah, it's just difficult to tell real life people I don't like raiding with you anymore. Going with that. So.
Ding.
Oh, I know. I remember back in the day, if I started having issues with too many people, and if I was with a full group and I didn't want to raid with them anymore, no lie, I would transfer servers or change my character's name.
Mm-hmm.
And because changing the name doesn't always work.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so you're the only 2 ranged, so keep that in mind. Yeah, I can't get out of that. That one.
My god, my luck right now with crits.
Oh man, I actually have a 30% crit chance with my holy spells. That's actually kind of nutty, to be honest.
And keep in mind, you get an extra, I think, 5% crit chance on Holy Shock that's not displayed, too.
That explains
you
why
get
my
an
holy
additional
shock crits so
10%.
much.
Yeah, plus you'll get an additional 10% from your 2-piece eventually.
I cannot wait until the add-on guide makes it all help for warrior, rogue,
Hunter.
hunter. Yeah.
I have so many people that are like waiting for me to get my paladin to 80 right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. They're like, I guess my disc priest just isn't good enough.
No.
Nah, honestly, I'm pretty sure it's just paladin fits into a lot of group matchups better than a disc priest, if I'm being honest.
It's too many freaking Holy Paladins right now.
Yeah. Plus, let's be real, paladin's like literally the strongest healer of the entire expansion.
Disc Priest is pretty fucking powerful. Especially once the good trinkets get rolling out.
Oh yeah, once oh man, once Trial of the Champions set comes out, that set bonus for Disc Priest is when they really become like god tier. Like, don't get me wrong, they're fucking powerful as fuck now, you know? It's just, there's not a whole lot of gear that's, like, catered for them, because this wasn't what this is now back at this point in time in retail. But man, by the time we get the set, I think it's like tier 9 or something like that, that has it where whenever you power word shield, you get like 378 spell power. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I am.
This is so stupid. He hasn't hit once with mindset.
Your spell reflection was 55,000 damage of your 134,000. Oh, I'm just gonna hearth out of here.
Oh wait, this is our last run, right?
Yeah, for us at least.
All right, I'm a hearth.
God, that's so stupid. Once you get the timing down, your spell reflect comes up just in time to reflect the next one, sort of thing. Ah, I disabled the music. I was like, why is it so freaking quiet?
Well, he seems nice.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, good lord.
Did he
Not
hit
too long
73?
today.
Nice, just 72. Never mind.
I hit 73, however.
Nice. Congrats.
I have no idea what I unlock at 73. Let's check. Maul, Claw, Lacerate, Ravage. Nothing useful. Got it.
Nice.
So I should train at 74, 75, 77, 79. Okay.
Oh, I need to fender all the water and crap.
Right.
Speak quickly.
Alrighty, I'm heading out. See you guys later.
See ya, man. You have a good night.
See ya.
You have a good night too, stream. I'm heading to bed.